Hello there, welcome to Hunter-Gatherer Cooking. This is a little bit of a different video today. We're at the Stalking Show 2024. We are live, we've had a hell of a day. We're coming towards the end of the first day. The show has been absolutely brilliant, and we've managed to attract a bit of a crowd, and we're going to learn all about Korthals Griffons today.
They quite often get mistaken for a Labradoodle or a Spinoni. So they're quite an unknown breed in the UK. There's probably about 700, maybe 800 in the UK, so very sort of unheard of still at the moment. And this is Abel, he's 7, he's used as a stalking and tracking dog. We also do a bit of wildfowling and the odd occasional sort of grouse hunting or dogging in on some game shoots as well.
Hi, I'm Sue Wagstaff. My Korthals Griffon is called Gus, and he's essentially used for rough shooting. He's a rough shooting dog, so we'll be out on the grouse moors in the grouse season, and we're on pheasants and on partridge. And yeah, he's a superb, versatile hunting dog.
So let's talk about stalking and the dogs and things like that. Why do you love these so much? What makes them so good?
I believe it's the temperaments of the dogs.
They're lovely, aren't they?
I mean,
they're really lovely.
So laid back. They do a multitude of tasks. They're quite happy around the home. They're a great family pet. And as for work-wise, they'll do everything you ask of them.
I don't know whether I'm wrong. I probably am, but I don't know if there's a perception of working dogs to potentially not be like this. They're treated as working dogs, and don't necessarily come for a cuddle like that. But like these, they're lovely temperament.
They're one of the more biddable of the HPR breeds.
Yeah.
They're very soft-natured, they're very loyal, they're very gentle, but boy, when they work, they work.
Can we talk through the differences of what we've got here?
So I suppose just sort of from a difference, they're obviously from...
Start looking.
They're from different lines, what we've got here on the ground at the moment. He's obviously an older sort of mature dog. He's hand stripped, so hand stripped a couple of times a year. He's obviously super soft and affectionate.
Yeah.
He's housed in the home, so he's very much part of the family. They're not a kennel dog. They like to be with you all the time. And they're great for the dogs and people and in general. In
terms of their noses and things like that, on how good that they are picking up a scent and following a track, I mean, how do they compare, or does it compare? Or?
They're actually air scenting dogs.
Right.
So they will pick up, they work on the wind, and so they will always find the wind to scent into the wind, to catch the scent of the game, whether it be a deer or game birds or even hare. So they work the wind with air scenting dogs. So they'll quarter the ground in search of their quarry on a moor.
Yeah.
And for tracking, I think it's quite different. They still air scent, but then they go into a tracking mode for stalking, which I'm sure Gary can.
Right from the beginning, I set out with May, and she was solely going to be a stalking dog. So we never had any encouragement for birds or anything like that. Right from a pup, from 6 weeks of age, as soon as we settled her in, a week later we had her on deer feet with the UK DTR lads. So we had some lessons from them. They were always on call for us.
Right.
And she just took it up straight away. You've got to draw out that hunting instinct that's naturally in them, which I had no difficulty with whatsoever.
So they're ferocious animals, savage, are they? Really
savage. This is a good example of how chilled these dogs are. But if you got her harness out, right, Gary?
Trust me, if I got my harness or my rifle, she'd be doing cartwheels and then she's ready to go.
Yeah.
She'll just switch it on and switch it off, just like that. She conserves energy. She will not do anything she doesn't need to do. Very, very sensible dogs.
And when you're out stalking, is she on she? Is she on a line, or is she just by your side?
No, just by my side.
And the exact opposite of my dog, then?
Just by my side.
Right.
Trust her completely.
Yeah.
We use a thermal. I use the dog. between the two, it's a lethal combination.
Love it.
You know, she'll find me deer before even the thermal has.
And I don't want this to sound rude at all, but your purpose of being at the show is to just raise awareness for the breed and things like that.
Yeah, it's to educate everyone about what a fantastic stalking dog they are. Because what's quite different about them is a lot of stalkers will go stalking, leave their dog in the car, go out, shoot the deer, go back to the car and get the dog. For us, we would actually stalk with the dog. They'd come out with us from the car because they're silent. And like Gary says, you don't need actually a thermal because their noses are so good. So you use a thermal as well to make them a lethal combination, but for a really long time we've not used a thermal at all.
Wow.
And we've just sort of used his nose as an indicator. So yeah, they're a fantastic dog.
That's amazing, really. I'd love to see that.
I'm sure we can arrange that between all of us.
That would be amazing to watch. Because I've been out with some dogs, and if you're watching, I don't mean any disrespect, but they weren't much good. One in particular, she did find the deer actually once it was shot at that. But you're using them to actually sort of find the deer, and then take the shot, and then re-find. That's amazing. I'd definitely like to see that.
The thing about them is they're silent as well, so they're not a barky dog. They're not noisy. You need a silent dog when you're out stalking, so they're kind of a perfect companion.
And presumably, again, I have no idea, is it all in the point and in their behaviours, and that's what you're watching?
Body language.
Yeah, body language.
Yeah, body language. That's what I meant. Yeah.
I'll know straight away the minute May's picked up a scent.
She's onto
I come to be driving down the road, and then all of a sudden I know she'll just. Well, she's up off the back seat and she's like,
and you obviously trust that.
Oh, I trust that.
Implicitly.
Yeah,
love it.
Yeah.
They have the most amazingly sensitive noses, and like Gary said, they'll find something before you know it's there. Yeah.
A highly technical bit of equipment then.
They're definitely a tool that you want in your toolbox.
They're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And you told me earlier that the origin is Dutch.
That's right.
Is that right? Yeah.
So their name comes from the man that developed the breed, Edward Korthals.
Ah, right, okay, right.
Edward Carroll Korthals.
But you just abbreviate it to Griffs, don't you?
Everybody in the Griff world calls them Griffs.
Right,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, because it's a lot easier than saying Korthals Griffon.
Yeah, the Griffs.
But yeah, so they're known affectionately as Griffs.
Yeah, they're lovely. They're absolutely lovely. I'm glad we've done this. I know we've tried a couple of times today, but we got there in the end.
We're here today at the Stalking Show. We're representing the UK working Korthals Griffons.
Yeah.
And that is a Facebook page.
Yeah.
We're a Facebook group. We've started something separate from the actual breed clubs because we're offering more on the working side. For those that want to get into working their griffs or are interested in having a griff and knowing what they can do on the working side, be it stalking or field trials, working tests, just rough shooting, then our Facebook page can signpost them to various different places. But we also post up a lot of activities and we'll put posts up from Stalking Show and everything like that. So there's a lot of information out there, and they can contact us through Facebook.
What I'll do is I'll put a link in the video description.
Perfect.
So if you want to reach out, then you'll be able to follow that to the Facebook page and that. And if anyone has any questions and I can't answer them, then I will just forward them on to you, basically. Well, thank you very much for coming on.
We would love you to come and see the sort of versatility of the breed as well. So as you've got your shotgun license, we would love you to come and shoot over a couple of them in the shooting season, and maybe cook us some sort of hopefully pheasant related or duck related dishes if you like to do that.
Love that. Thank you very
and
much.
see them in action then as well.
Yeah. Lovely. All right. Well, hopefully I'm wondering which camera to look at then. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Again, if you've got any questions or comments, put them in the description. We're going to carry on making a few more films for today. If you haven't managed to get to the Stalking Show, definitely check it out for next year. I'm certainly going to be here. But give the video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you soon for the next one.